What is up, guys? Today I'm going to be showing you, talking to you about Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2. I'm going to do a little bit of a game review because I'm tired of IGN and all these places hating on the game when it doesn't deserve that much hate that it's been getting. So let's go ahead and get right on into this. I'm going to go with the pros and the cons, guys, and of course the game has flaws, but not as much as what everybody's saying, and it's kind of pissing me off. But, pros this time around is that we do have a lot more characters on the character sheet with a lot more costumes, which is not costumes, but variations of the character, which I really do love, and I am glad that they added them in. Another thing is that we have a lot more parallel quests, and me personally, parallel quests was my favorite part of the game. I'd never really liked the ring matches, not because I'm not good, but because I'm not gonna say I'm good, but I'm not bad at this game either. But I really do appreciate the game. It's a lot of fun, and but the variations is a lot of fun, and the variation of characters is really cool. Trying to play as a lot of them, and then the parallel quests. I'm so glad that we have a lot more this time around, so I don't have to finish them like a day. This time it took me almost a week to finish it, and I'm so happy that it actually took me a good bit of time. Another thing is that the story this time around was almost just a copy and paste of last story, which I didn't much like, but we did have a lot more turn of events and like cinematic scenes, which made up for the repetitiveness of the story from last year, so it wasn't all that bad. So I can't really hate on that, and I can't give it a thumbs up and I can't give it a thumbs down, so it's kind of in the middle. Next thing is we got new transformations. So if you haven't noticed, now we get Super Saiyan 3. For Saiyans, we get, what is it called? Golden form for Frieza. We have Kaioken like we had last year. We have Potential Unleashed. We have the Buu form. I don't even know what that's called. Purity or something. I actually did play as the Buu form in the beta, but I didn't even know what it was called. And then we have the one for the Namekian, which is the turning giant move, which is you basically just turn to a giant Namekian, and Saiyan, which you get to ride on a Nimbus cloud. Those are the ones that I actually remember. If there's any more, I probably just forgot them. But which is a lot of them are a lot cooler than last year, and the fact that it doesn't take away ki like it did last year is a lot. It's a lot better than a lot better, and it's more something that I'm glad to have more than it was like a handicap. I never transformed last year because it felt more like a handicap than anything else. Another thing is, guys, is that they did make the hitboxes better when you are playing ranked matches, because I do play matches with my friends, and my friends play ranked matches, and they're all up in the, I don't know, 1,300 BP, kind of depends on my friends, and, I don't know, there's only probably one or two of them that I've actually had to go, actually try on them, sadly, but they're all good guys, and they're all, great players, but, I mean, it's all good. And another thing is that just because that we have a lot more characters, if you've ever played a random battle, it is a lot better getting it's a lot easier getting a better character this time around, because Zarbon and them haven't always been the best characters on a lot of games, and they're still not, especially the Doria, who makes me want to kill myself. But Zarbon and a couple of other characters that they did add are actually pretty good, like Hit and whatnot. Hit is actually but you get what I mean. Let's keep going on with this. Gosh, there's so much to add. Toki City, Kanton City, whatever you want to call it, from last year was Kanton. Yeah, Kanton City, I believe, and now it's Toki City. It does have Kanton City aspects. Basically, it has their little Caps Corp shops like they did last year, which is pretty cool. That they still have that. Now we also have weeklies, which I do like as well, kind of like how Destiny and Warframe do it, which I feel like everybody's just copying off of those two now. And then, what else? There's so much, guys. It's like the game, a lot of people are, here's a big thing that I am going to say, the game is not like a DLC like everybody was saying it was. People were saying, is it really worth it? Is it like just a DLC? They added characters, there's new maps. Is that really it? No, guys, it's like a totally different game. It's just, I mean, it's totally different. I mean, there are, of course, like I said, copy and pasted, like, story mode, but how everything works now is very, very different in a good way. Now, there are people who are freaking out about the spiky hair Super Saiyan crap, and in some ways I understand it, in some ways I don't, because I don't really care, as long as they made the game fun, which they did. And being honest, if they actually made our hair spiky, like Goku or whatever, what if I didn't like the spiky form on my character is the thing that would concern me. So if they actually did it, I would want it to be toggable, where I can have it whether if I want it to be in the spiky form or not. I know that may sound stupid, but that's just me, and I know a lot of people hate it. And another thing is the wigs. A lot of people want to go into Super Saiyan form or whatever with without the wig on. But you know, I'm actually okay with it. Like I said again, because a lot of characters don't go Super Saiyan in this. Like if I create a character, I did do Goku Black, and I had a guy complain about the wigs and whatnot, and I do understand it. In some ways, but I know a lot of people do like it better this way. It just kind of depends on the person's point of view. But if they were to do anything with the wigs and the spiky hair, they need to make it toggable for the people who don't want it and who do want it. So that's a big thing. There are other complaints about it not having like Super Saiyan God form, which shouldn't be a complaint, because, or even Super Saiyan 4, because it does take a lot to do that, guys. It's not really like it takes a while to do these things, and I'm just glad it came out as good as it did. I mean, I sure had a lot of fun with this game, probably better than a lot of games that I have now. And I have a feeling this game and Final Fantasy 15 are probably going to be up there with Game of the Year. I'm not totally sure because I don't play Xbox and I don't know what's going on in the Xbox world. There was one game at the beginning of the year this year, and I think March, that I really wanted to play, is that time game where you could just stop time. Is like Infamous, but for the Xbox. I can't even remember what it was called, but it looked really cool, and I really wanted to play it, but I didn't have an Xbox One at the time, and I still don't now. But I always thought that looked cool, and so I don't really know, but I feel like Final Fantasy 15 may take the cake this year for Game of the Year, but I really can't assume that until I get the game in my hands. And last year I actually did guess there were two games that I actually guessed were going to be Game of the Year, though three, and but two of the games, one actually came in second, and the one that I actually did guess got first. So one did get Game of the Year that I guessed, the other one got second place for it, and then the other one didn't even come close, I don't think, or at least that I know of. But I mean, I like I said, I can't really decide on whether it's going to take Game of the Year, and I'm not one of the judges. But still, you can kind of tell by how people like the game and how IGN rates it. I swear, IGN, you need to like chill out, bro, with your freaking ratings. Another thing is, guys, is that the combat system did change. It's not as repetitive as last year, and that's the thing that IGN said is like, oh, the combat's repetitive, and I'm like, and they're like, it's hard to hit. I'm like, okay. First of all, there's like a million different combinations. Not a million. There's like maybe 10. And with those 10 combinations, though, you can do something different. Like for example, one of my favorites is the square. It's just basically tapping square all throughout with the Super Saiyan. And then what I like to do, I like to press X, end up behind them. It's not like a dodge. It's actually, you can connect attacks with it, and then end up doing a stamina break. That's actually really, really cool and a really, really good combo to use. I use it, and then I put in Dragon Fist, so it makes it even better. And then there's other stuff like if you keep tapping triangle again for a Saiyan, because these are really easy ones. I'm just trying to give examples, really. And you can do something like out of Destruction Anger, break their stamina, go up and hit them, or use Super Kamehameha or whatever. And so there's so many different combinations, and IGN hates on that. Like I feel like the people who actually rate the game don't know anything about the TV show, or haven't really taken the time, or even good at the game, period, to say anything. Because there are, like I said, flaws in the game, and I probably should go ahead and get into those before my gameplay runs out. So, the cons of this game, basically, there's glitches. Turnaround glitch right now is my least favorite. I'm hoping they'll patch that soon. Another one is if you make a new character, you have to go through everything all over again. I heard that was a bug, not really a bug, but something they forgot to add in, where you're going to have it no matter what, all the characters, everything already done. which I'm kind of looking forward to when they do add that, because I can't stand having to keep going through the story over and over and over and over and over again. And I'm not going to actually do that. I have one other character that I'm actually going to be using, and I may actually use my Maju character that I created, because he actually looks really cool. That's probably about it that I'll use this entire year, for, not, probably a couple years, for Dragon Ball Xenoverse. And let's see here. Some of the missions are repetitive. I'm not saying that the game is repetitive, but and some are tedious. Like the mission that you're seeing right now is really, really tedious and boring, because all you do is grab Dragon Balls, you plant them in, and then you go after the next one. And I really think they should kind of change up some game modes instead of just doing either gather the Dragon Balls or kill people. Or sorry, not kill people, faint, KO them, whatever you want to whatever you want to say. And I really think they should change that up. But that's about it almost for the cons, I think, guys. There's little minor ones like with the super attacks. I wish, what was it, Shining Slash, and I think it's Burning Slash. I'm not totally sure. I forgot. But I wish it would actually use the sword that's on your back. It does for the. It looks like it does for the custom created. Not the custom created. Your like Trunks, for example. Right here, you see him having Tapion sword, and it looks like when I use that attack, it actually shows the sword being pulled out. But if you actually use your own character, you'll notice that they start doing the animation like they're going to pull something out, but then if you look, they have an invisible sword in their hand, so it's not the actual real thing, which is kind of stupid. But there's that, and then probably the Shenron character summons, because they either need to make the Dragon Balls easier to get, or they need to take him out all at once. I mean, supers and ultimates I understand, but when I want a character, I want a character by completing the game instead of like farming for freaking Dragon Balls, which is kind of annoying. Because I still haven't gotten, last character I'm missing is actually Omega Shenron, and I almost have all the Dragon Balls again. But it's just kind of annoying and kind of boring like that. But I mean, once you're done with it, you're done with it, and you don't have to worry about it anymore. So I am happy about that, and it just kind of bugged me. I mean, that's really, I think, about it, guys, on the game. If you haven't seen Toki Toki City, here's another good thing. It's a huge, huge world, and I actually do show it in a little bit, kind of a little clip. And another thing that's really cool is that we actually have new mentors now, and mentors meaning like you don't have to have like they're all spawned in all at once now, which is really, really great. I love that they're all just spawned in all at once, instead of having to like look for them or turn off your game and turn it back on to go and find a mentor that you want. And I mean, that just kind of made me angry. But I also want to say, last thing is QQ Bangs are awesome as well. I'm so glad they actually did that. And for the final score, guys, I'm actually going to give this game about an 8.5. Not a like I really do recommend the game for any Dragon Ball Z fans out there, or maybe just fans that have just started watching the TV show. And here's a thing of Toki Toki City, just real quick. I'm not going to fly all around it, but this is what you can see, just kind of going around. And guys, thank you so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, comment, like, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.